I'm just going to jump right into it today. We're making this Louisiana quarter into a size 9 ring. If you're interested in getting yourself a coin made into a ring, feel free to visit buycoinrings.com. It's pretty sick. I'm quite proud of it. So I've got another one if you want one. I can't make them very big though. It's only a 1/4 ounce. It sure is pretty though. Ooh, fancy. Hit me up if you if you're serious. We'll get it going. I'm gonna clean up that inside cut edge right now. Yeah, 1 ounce gold round would be a heck of a ring. There's our quarters so far. Now we're gonna hop over here and start folding. If anyone out there in TikTok world has never seen me before, I'm a coin ring maker. I make coins like this into rings. And if you think my products are interesting and you'd like to see some more of them, there's going to be a little link down at the bottom of the screen here. You can go shop through that if you'd like. Give that a nice fold. Fold it just a little bit more. Thank you guys for the likes. We're just passing 300 now. Pretty sweet. Now we're going to hop over to the ring stretcher. That's the ring stretcher right there. And we're going to stretch the ring. Very nice, very nice. There is our ring so far. Now we're going to get it down to size. This one's going to be a size 9, so we're pretty close. I might actually have to hop over here and reduce a little bit. Just a smidge. good right there. There we go, right at a size 9. Fantastic. What do we think? Definitely use some cleaning up, but not a bad looking ring from a quarter. Well, I tell you what, guys, I am not ready for summer. I've caught myself sweating like 4 times today. I'm not a fan of it. I like spring, fall. This summer stuff is getting pretty rough. It's hot. And I know it's only just starting too, man. This next ring we're gonna do is pretty cool. It's gonna be a bicentennial quarter. Very nice, very nice. On to the next one. Got us a nice bicentennial quarter. Let's pop a hole in it. Let's go. Do. This coin has a habit of going kind of goofy on me, so we got to do a little extra work for the bicentennials. Because there's such a difference in like the height of the metal in a lot of different places, so it tends to fold and everything else stretch unevenly. So it's a little tricky to get a really uniform ring band on there. So far, so good. Clean up that inside cut edge right there. Y'all feel free to tap the screen if you're enjoying this live. I understand my energy is a little I don't know, kind of calm and soothing. It's not super energetic and not bouncing all over the walls, but if you want to hang out and watch me make jewelry and have any questions, feel free to ask. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna give it a solid fold. Do I have anything that fit you like you can show us on your finger? Yeah, I'm wearing, this is a $50, a Walking Liberty $50 that I'm wearing right now. It's from 1941, 90% silver, and all my half dollars that are 90% silver are actually on sale until the end of the month. They're all $25 off at coinringmaker.com, which is linked in my profile. You can also go to buycoinrings.com or tap this link down here or the gold link by the chat. There's lots of ways to shop. I even have a shop on my profile. There's a little shopping bag there. So if that's something you want to check out, there's a lot of cool product photos on there, so you can get a better idea of like different types of rings I do. Sure thing. Jealous. Get a little better look here. We're going to go ahead and fold that again. And like I said, with these bicentennials, you start getting a little bit of waviness because the metal is quite uneven in a lot of places. So we're going to flatten it out here. If you look at this cut edge here, no, it's not against the law. If you've ever seen like a penny smashing machine at a museum or like SeaWorld or, I don't know, National Park, it's very similar legally to that. Committing fraud or counterfeiting is against the law. And altering bills, there's like different rules around bills compared to coins, but you can make jewelry out of coins. No, it is. This is a real bicentennial quarter. 100% authentic. Just like this is a real Morgan dollar. It's over 100-year-old coin, and it makes a pretty nice ring too. This one as well, real coin, real ring. What we're going to do right now is a process called annealing. We're going to soften up this metal, make it easier to bend and shape. It also makes it less brittle, so it's less likely to snap and split as we start messing with it. Get a little close here. This is pretty nice. Check this out. Oh yeah. Any tips on starting to sell coin rings? So the first few coin rings I sold were to people I know. So like co-workers, family members, friends, relatives. Really kind of get your worst rings out of the way with people you know. Like get into practice there. And after you make, I don't know, a dozen or a couple dozen selling to people you know, it becomes a lot easier to sell to people you don't know. You become more familiar with, what kind of questions they're going to ask and stuff like that. Does that make sense? My pop had a coin from 1860s made into a necklace. That's nice. Yeah, no problem. Now there's another problem with this coin right here, and it really likes to split right where his neck starts right there, and you can almost see it starting. Barely, if you can focus, but that's where the key problem is. Hey. See if we can get it to focus a little more. So it's just starting to split right there. So I'm going to try and stretch this a different way. Instead of using the ring stretcher, I'm going to use a cone and put it on the die and try and stretch it out this way and see if that will work any better. Get this one up to a size 12. So we got some stretching to do. So far that's working pretty good. It's definitely gotten bigger and the split doesn't look like it's gotten worse, which is nice. And that is at a size 11. Let's see if we can do it on this die. That's cutting it pretty close. Thinking on the fly here, guys. Let's see. That should work. I'll flip it over. Stretch out the other side. Is stretching, but it's also making it a little wavy. It's got a little wobble to it. So trying to flatten that out again. I told you these bicentennials, they are a tricky beast. Can you see when someone likes your live? Kind of. Most of the time I'm not looking at the screen, I'm looking at what I'm doing over here. So I kind of glance back and forth. So I may miss it. I can see that we're at 438 likes, which is nice. And it looks like you're the #1 liker, Danny, so I'll give you a shout out. Thank you very much. If y'all are looking for followers, give Danny a follow. I'm sure he'll follow you back. He seems like a solid dude. How many more rings do you think I'll make? Right now, I have this one to make, and then I have one more after this. But if somebody on the live orders a ring, I'd be happy to make it for you. Doing some minor stretching to get us up to a 13, which is where we are. Very nice. Can you see one? Okay, just 1 second, sorry. So this is what we've got so far. And this is one I finished earlier on this live. This is a Louisiana state quarter. Let me get a little closer for you. So I've got all 50 states in copper and silver. If you'd like to get one of those, I think they're a pretty cool item. I also do half dollars like this. This is a Walking Liberty half dollar, but I also have Kennedy and Franklin half dollars. We can get that to focus a little better. There is really nice detail on this ring. It's just not one to pick it up. So the copper quarter rings are $20. The 90% silver quarter rings are $100. Usually the 90% silver half dollars are $150, but until the end of the month for Memorial Day, they are $25 off. So you can get these for $125 right now. It's a pretty good deal. If anyone's interested in getting one of those, not a bad time to do it. So now we're going to throw this in here and start reducing it to try and shape it up a little better and get it to the right size. Is it easy to make 90% silver coins for you? I've had a lot of practice with them. The copper's definitely a lot more forgiving. Like, I have snapped silver rings before, but I've snapped copper too. It really depends on how much I'm paying attention or if I'm rushing. Like, rushing will definitely get you into trouble. But I've gotten pretty good at working with 90% silver. You gotta go over here because this ring's at a weird size where I don't have a die that'll fit it. So we gotta use this reduction plate. Thank you very much. I've been doing this pretty much every day for the last 2.5 years. I guess I should say 3 years now. It's getting pretty close to it. Almost a size 12. Really very close. How do you clean this silver coin ring? Usually I just use silver polishing wipes that I get at Walmart. They look like this. They're relatively cheap. I think they're like $8 for a pack. And you get 25 of them. And just rub on it for 5 minutes and it comes clean pretty well. I stream pretty often. Almost every day. If I have an order. Like, I make everything to order. So if I get any orders, I'll hop on live and make them. No problem. Again, this bicentennial is shaped kind of weird, so I'm going to stretch it back out to a 13 and then reduce it down to a 12 again. So I don't like, it's not straight enough. It's kind of still a little wonky. Since I just did it, I know how far to push to get it back to a size 12. Boop-a-doop-boo. Very close. Go back and forth for a minute. Stretch it and reduce it, stretch it and reduce it. But yeah, y'all feel free to check out the website. We've got a Memorial Day sale going on right now. All 90% silver half dollar rings are $25 off. Nice. Hi, Brandy. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Brandy, y'all. That looks much better. I'm sorry I didn't show it before because it was wonky. I was a little embarrassed, but this looks nice and straight. Usually it gets quite uneven underneath the date here. So what you have to do is kind of stretch it and reduce it a couple times, and that really evens it out. So let's get this fire scale off of here and make it nice and shiny again. Yeah, right at 12. Solid. Solid. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're just running through a couple orders today. I do appreciate y'all joining me and watching. If there's a specific type of coin ring you'd like to see, let me know as well. I've got a couple on hand here. I can show you, get a better look at them. And for anyone who's wondering, this is steel wool, but it's like the finest steel wool they make. It's called 4-0 steel wool. So it is steel, but it's not really rough enough to scratch up the metal. It's just rough enough to get the fire scale off of here. So it's a pretty good tool. $50. I have several $50. The prettiest one I have is a 65. This thing is gorgeous. So this is one with the tail side out. 1964, that is. 90% silver, Kennedy $50. That's what it looks like. It's a nice looking band. This one is a Walking Liberty $50. This is another 64, but with the year facing out. That way you get In God We Trust across the top of it. Sorry, my light is not doing me any favors. This ring is actually very shiny, and the detail on it's very nice. It's a cool ring. And again, these are $25 off until the end of the month. If you want to head over to my website, it's linked on my profile. There's also a little gold chain down here. 1957 $50. I can check. I believe it would be a Franklin. I don't have a ton of those. Oh, 1957 Franklin, sure do. And it's in really good condition too. It's very, very nice. Got a 54 and a 53 as well. If anybody else is looking for the 50s, we got excuse me, 63 and a 63. Cool. All right, just head over to the website, click on the Memorial Day sale, and then find the Franklin $50, and we'll get that going for you. I don't coat them with anything because there's a lot of different types of skin sensitivity out there. So I just stick to the bare metal because it's very clear what kind of metal you're getting when you buy a coin ring. So like if you're allergic to copper, you'll know you're not getting a copper ring. You're getting like a 90% silver, a fine silver ring. If you want to coat it yourself, that's your prerogative. But I personally don't want anybody breaking out because of some kind of coating I put on the ring. I hope that makes sense. And really just a jewelry polishing cloth really brings back the shine to a lot of these. It doesn't take a whole lot of work. And there is our bicentennial. Pretty cool. No problem. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. We've got one more coin ring to make today, unless I get another order in. I just looked up, we got 3,000 likes. Very nice. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go see what this other one is. That looks cool. It's going to be Maryland. Excuse me. For $50, does the coin ring reducer die fit? Kind of. It's like right on the edge. So what I used when I first started was this die from Coin Ring USA. It's 17 degrees, and it fits a quarter pretty well on this side, and a $50 pretty well on this side. So this is a pretty solid die for working with 2 coins. Usually you can't do that. So this is what I would recommend. Need to drink some water. So I really like the Maryland quarter because it's nice and symmetrical. And you get these nice floral designs around the edge of the ring. It's a good one. Makes a very nice ring. I made quite a few of these. Looks really good in silver. Let's pound it through. Bang, bang. Bam. And even the center punch is nice and symmetrical. I don't know. I'm a big fan of symmetry, so I like that a bunch. I think it looks nice. See? Perfect. Perfect for a ring. Clean up that inside cut edge right there. This one's going to be a size 12 as well. It's much easier to work with than the bicentennial. Oh, I never show my face. No face reveal. It's all about the work here. So sorry. I'm in the witness protection program, so they wouldn't like me to do that. I'm just kidding. Face for radio? No. I mean, I think of myself as pretty handsome, but I'm not going to prove it. It's a pretty good tool, that Deburring Tool. I like it. Let's see here, I know I missed something. Why hammer the punch instead of a press? It's just faster. I have a press that I used to use, but that plastic hammer does just as much work, and it's way faster. Granted, I'm saving maybe a minute, but it is quicker. And I do put like a little, I don't know if you saw this, but I put a like a big steel stamping block underneath it, so that makes it much easier than just doing it on the work table. Honestly, I'm really surprised how versatile that plastic hammer is. I mean, it's probably one of my cheapest tools, but I use it all the time. It's super useful. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I love it. That's a great way to start. Ball bearing for the win. The heat's kind of wore me out today, so I'm not super promoty, but we do have a sale going on. All 90% silver, $50 or $25 off. The website link is in my profile if y'all want to check that out. Support a small creator like me trying to get by the power of my hands. I sure would appreciate it. We got this stretched out okay. It's not quite where I want it. I don't know. It's really like a super cheap Chinese one. I just put a mandrel where the handle is, and I get way more leverage with it. Highly recommend that handle upgrade. The handle that comes with it is a joke. I do have a fancy ring stretcher, but I've used this one so long, I'm very accustomed to it. It's not quite to a size 12 yet. We got some more stretching to do. Should be about a 13. 13 and a quarter. Solid. I actually got this ring stretcher on Amazon. I'm not sure you can get ring stretchers at Harbor Freight. I did get this Arbor Press at Harbor Freight though. What reduction die you showed me for $50? What ball bearings work to fold it? No, what you want to do is get a doming block like this, and then use a ball bearing on that. And then you want a 17-degree cone for the 17-degree die. You want whatever you're pushing it into to match whatever's pushing it in there. So the doming block's nice and round, ball bearings are nice and round, 17-degree cone is 17 degrees, 17-degree die is 17 degrees. You want those to match. Yeah. But I mean, these things are all over Amazon. They're like $119. It's just like the Indian or Chinese ring stretcher, super basic. But I get a lot of work done with it. And it hasn't broke on me yet. So, not throwing any shade. I've heard a lot of people talk crap on it, on this particular ring stretcher. But, I mean, I use it every day, like I said. There we go, a nice size 12 Maryland quarter coin ring. See how much easier that was than the bicentennial? The bicentennial is a real pain in the butt. So you can get this thing nice and smooth and even all the way around. It's pretty, symmetrical. I much prefer working with state quarters. Yes, it's definitely paid for itself. But when I bought it, I was super freaked out I'd never be able to pay for it. No, I haven't used the second quarter yet. It's still just chilling. Looking beautiful. It's probably going to be a minute before I sell it. I'm not going to jinx myself. But I thought it would be good to have one on hand. Because I get asked if I work on gold a bunch. So now I can say at least I have one gold coin ring. 6-ton press. See, I went straight from this 1-ton press all the way up to a 12-ton press. And pretty much the only thing I use this for is stamping. Or like really, really thick coins. Like 2-ounce coins. Pretty much anything else I can do with that plastic hammer in my 1-ton press. This thing has definitely paid for itself. It's a good tool. Where's that steel wool? There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that's working out for you. It's good to hear. Woo. Well, if anybody out there was thinking about getting a coin ring and would like to see it made live, go place your order right now and we'll get to work on it. You've got a good solid, 3 minutes or so. Go check out the website. And if someone does place an order, we'll make it. If not, I'll probably hop off of here and pack these up. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Got that nice and shiny now. Very pretty. Today we had the bicentennial, we had the Maryland, and we had Louisiana. Couldn't find my jewelry wipes at Walmart? Oh no. Well, they're called connoisseurs. You should be able to get them on Amazon probably. If you want to take a screenshot, this is the brand. Just kind of Google it and see if you can find it online. They're super good though. I really like them. Like I used to get like a cloth one that was like white on one side and pink on another, and I like these much more. They really do the job. There we go. Those look good. Bought it online. Good deal. Good deal. Flit's polished too. Nice. Tried to place an order for 50, but it said it didn't show it in stock. Okay, let me check it out. Just a moment. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. So we're gonna make that right. I haven't done a Franklin in a while, so that it may not be up to date, and that's my fault. Yeah, I just saw your email come through. It said, I went to your website, and I couldn't read anymore, but I figured, I'm glad you came in the chat and let me know, because I can't really check my email while I'm on live, so I can fix what's available, though. So give me just a minute or two, and I'll get that updated. You're correct, it's not on there. 1957. Okay, it's there. We got it. Let me make sure everything else in this listing is up to date. We got the 363s, that's right. We have the 57. We got 53 and 54. Okay. For some reason, I just didn't have the 57 listed. I don't know, but I'll set it right here for you, so we can get a good look at it as a coin before it gets decimated. It's a very nice coin. It's in very good shape. Somebody wrote proof on there. I'm not sure if it's quite proof quality, but it is nice. It's got a very, very reflective surface for Franklin. You can see all the colors reflected in it. It's pretty cool. You see me wave? Mint set, maybe? It could be. I don't see a mint mark on it, though, which is interesting. Usually they'd have a mint mark. I'm gonna take a quick look in my my red book here. I don't know if you guys know what a red book is. It's a good way to quickly look up the value of coins. So we're gonna see what a Franklin from 57, even if it was. Okay, so there's one from the Denver Mint, and there's one without a mint mark. And at an MS65, it goes for about $40. So don't feel bad. Do I melt the centers? I offer them as either keychains or just by themselves, or as pins you could put on your hat or your shirt. If they don't order them, I just kind of put them with the metal scraps and save them for another day when I can melt them down. Have I made bracelets? No, I haven't done any bracelets. I have done earrings, though, but I'm not a big fan of earrings. Charm bracelet. I like them as keychains. I think they're solid keychains. Let's see, if anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. If you've just joined in and you're wondering what's going on, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. If you've been hanging out for a minute and been enjoying the live so far, please tap the screen a couple times for me while we wait for this order to come through, and then we'll get to work on it. I honestly thought this sale would be a little more popular, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I sell a lot of 90% silver half dollars, right? It's probably one of my most popular coin rings. And since I started this sale, I haven't sold any. And I'm kind of baffled and confused by it, because people are like, "Oh man, I'd love to get one, but it's just out of my price range." So I cut $25 off them. Thought it was a pretty good deal. And it's going till the end of the month, so maybe some people are just waiting a little bit to jump on it. I don't know. But it cracks me up a little bit. People are always asking me, "When's your next sale? When's your next sale?" And I have a sale that's all month long, and I haven't sold anything from it. It's pretty funny. I don't know. Cracks me up. Yeah. And taxes too. Taxes and equipment and like website fees. There's a lot that goes into this business. So I've put a lot of thought into my pricing. Usually people aren't too rude about it. They're just like, "Well, it's a little pricey," and I think it's well worth it. I haven't had really any upset customers. Everybody loves their rings when they get them. So it is what it is. Did you reply to yourself, Jim? So I have a pretty quick and easy rule for like financials for my business that I came up with, and I split everything into thirds. So like 1/3 of the sale goes specifically to like a taxes fund. That's money I can't touch until it's tax time, and I pay my taxes with it. 1/3 of it goes into tools, coins, website stuff, pretty much anything to run the business or pay for inventory. And then the final third goes to me. So if I sell like a $50 coin ring like this for $150, I make $50. And that's pretty much how it works. That's how I've structured it so far. I did change it a little bit on the gold coin ring, because I thought, I don't know, I just charged twice the value of the coin instead of about 3 times. But that's such an expensive ring, and it was going to a friend, so I figured I'd cut him a nice deal on it. But after I make a few more gold coin rings, I'll probably raise the price on that as well. I've done some consignment stuff. I found it a lot easier to sell online, just because the pool of potential customers is so much wider, and I don't have to pay a consignment fee, which is really nice. That can be a little expensive, like booth fees or consignment fees. It can kind of eat into your profits. if you go to my website and my link right now, it's buycoinrings.com. It's linked on my profile, Jim. Right at the top of that page, there's a button for a platform called Equid. And you can actually start using that for free. You can list up to 10 different products before you have to pay for a plan. And I really, really like it. That's what I recommend to basically anybody who's trying to sell right now. I jumped from Etsy to Equid, and I haven't looked back. I've been able to set up my website very quickly and sell very easily through it. Their support's awesome. So if you're looking for like a way to build a website, that's what I would recommend. And like I said, that's just a button at the top of my profile. Like, I like Equid so much, I put it at the top of my profile, or the top of my website. Did you miss what I said, Jim, about the platform I used to sell on? Nice. Yeah, if you're looking for a place to sell on, screenshot their site. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind signing up through the button at the top of my profile, I do get like a referral if you sign up through there, so I would appreciate that. But like I said, you can start for free and list up to 10 different products, and I really like it. I tried a bunch of different stuff. I tried Etsy, I tried Mercari, I tried Shopify, and it's really difficult to have as many options as I want on my rings. So like, you can get heads out or tails out. You can get, I saw that. We're going to get started in just a second. As well as ring sizes. Like, I couldn't do that on Shopify. I couldn't have as many options as I wanted for the coin rings. With Equid, it's no problem at all. I can add a bunch of different options to my my rings, my listings, and I like it a bunch. Their support's really well. Very good. Okay, let's get started. Gonna be a size 6. Get one final look at this pretty coin before we punch a hole in it. It is very nice. Yeah, say goodbye to Ben. About to say hello to Ben's forehead. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. So we're doing 2 of the most difficult coins in this live today. We did a bicentennial. Now we're doing a Benjamin Franklin $50. Both of those coins have really uneven amounts of metal, so we have to be really careful. It's pretty. Awesome. Well, hey, before I forget, if you go to my profile right now, just tap that logo right there, and then tap on my YouTube button and subscribe there. You'll be able to see when this live video gets reposted on YouTube, so you can actually show her ring getting made later on, if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, no problem. So now we're going to clean up that inside edge real quick. And y'all feel free to tap the screen. Send some likes my way. Yeah, Mr. Rush does push me. 'Tis true, 'tis true. But you're a good customer, man. I can't complain. See, what you should do, Mr. Rush, is get on this referral program I've got. I don't know if you've seen the rewards program, but there's a referral program that's part of it. So if you actually send people, like with your own personal link to my website, you earn points, and you can start saving money on the next ring you want to get. Just saying. Had a little bit of runaway silver there, but we got it. That looks nice and smooth now. Oh yeah. Well, thank you. I sure do try. I got really into affiliate marketing like 8 years ago and tried to make a full-time income at that. So I got really good at marketing, but wasn't very good at selling other people's stuff. So once I learned how to make my own products, it all just kind of linked together very nicely. Yeah, you sure do. What do you got, 6? 6 liberties or something? Yeah, I've got one of them over here I need to mail out to you. Y'all want to see his ring? Look at this thing. Super wide. Fine silver walking liberty. Very, very nice. Yes. Everyone I've made him has been chunkier and chunkier. He's like, I want a thicker band. Thicker band. So that one's pretty thick, man. We did pretty good with it. Let's check. Oh, I've got some calipers around here somewhere. Calipers are MIA. Where are they at? I'm not sure. I don't see them. It's pretty big. We can put like a dime next to it. Yeah, I don't know. Not the best comparison. Let's press on with Mr. Franklin here. It's looking nice and cloudy now. Give him a good old fold. It's not quite. That'll work better. Yeah, it does look good. I thought I liked the 1/4 ounce ones, but man, that 1/2 ounce is next level. You got me wondering about 1 ounce ones now. You know what I mean? There's Ben's big old fat head. That's gonna be fun later. Sure we get this nice and centered and level in here. That's a little off. Yeah, that's good. There we go. And you can see it folding unevenly here. a little wonky. That's because Ben's head is big and fat. So we're going to level it out, just like we did the bicentennial. You can really see how it's kind of tacoing right here. Go ahead and anneal this again. I've had a lot of fun with the 1 ounce rings. I've made quite a few of them in the past 2 months. Like, they definitely push my boundaries a bit, but I have liked the results. Hello, Daddy Tentacles. How's your day going? This thing is just stretching so uneven. It's terrible. It takes a lot of correction to do a Franklin. I'm going to go ahead and sand this cut edge just to be safe. You're fine. No, I like a challenge. You can ask Mr. Rush. I like a challenge. But, like, usually this circle right here is a circle. And here it is clearly an oval. And you can thank Mr. Franklin's fat head for that, because it pushes up against the die. Like, this area right here is raised up so much, it folds unevenly and actually pushes against the die and then starts to bend right here and right here because of it. So, if anybody out there is trying to do a Franklin, take your time, pay attention to what's happening, and correct often. Also anneal. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I suppose. I've had some people hop on here and say, "Oh, I could do that." So knock yourself out, man. Me too. It's just not folding very evenly. Let's see how oval shaped it is. Whoa. That is a funky kind of circle. Let's see how wobbly it is. Woo, look at that. It can dance. But you see what I mean? Where his head pushes against the die, it starts to bend it on the sides up here and up here. Because that's the thinnest part of this coin. So that's where there's least amount of pressure. That's where it starts to buckle. And if you try and fold this too fast, it will split there. So be careful. And sand that edge one more time, and hopefully my ring stretcher will even this circle out a bit. Oh yeah. So you live stream every day on the internet, you're gonna you're gonna get some interesting characters. I try my hardest not to block or mute anybody. I try to talk through everything. Stay calm, handle the situation. Because honestly, guys, this is my show. So you're not going to come in here and try and run my show? I try to be the best person I can be. Right? That's the goal. Alright. Wish me luck. Let's zoom this out a bit here. Again, I'll show you this nice oval shape before we start stretching it out. I'm going to put some paper towel on this. Defensive measure. And make sure this is nice and even, like horizontally, right? You want the coin to be flat across the top. Pardon my phone, it's getting lazy on me. Definitely getting a bit more circular there, but the outside edge of the coin is still quite oval shaped. This part. So I'm going to stretch this a little more and try and even that out. And then we'll take it all the way down to a size 6. Can you believe this thing's going to be a size 6? Going to be quite the transformation. Hop back over here. Give it a couple more good stretches. Come on now, phone. Not being very agreeable. I'm gonna sand the edge too. Again, thank you guys for watching, spending some time with me here on TikTok. Starting to taco out again here. Again on those weak spots, so we're gonna flatten that out real quick. Get under there, you go. It still is quite wonky. But that In God We Trust, man, that looks really nice. The text on there looks really cool. Try and stretch it out a little bit more. Fix this shape. Alright, so now we're going to reduce it and wrap it in some tape here. That's not the tape I want. There, here. Does the year show? Yes, a little bit of it is cut off. So like part of the one is cut off. But you can see it's 1957, pretty clear. What if I wanted a size 13, 13 and a half? What coin would you need and what would it cost? I would recommend a $50 like this one. These are usually $150. They're on sale for $25 off, so $125 right now. These are 90% silver, and I can easily get this to a size 13. Quarters, the max size I can do is a 13. So if you need a 13 and a half, a $50 is your best bet. And that's what I'm wearing right here. That's what this is. It's a Walking Liberty $50. Those are on sale as well. I also have Kennedy $50. Or a nice shiny. I mean, I do have that quarter ounce, but I don't think I could get it up to a 13. Okay. Perfect opportunity. 2 for a half ounce. So we're going to tape this up here. This is going to help protect the outside detail on this coin. And I'm going to go a little heavy on it, because I know this isn't the most circular thing. So we're going to try and compensate with that with a little extra tape. Hopefully that'll round it out and make it go through this die nice and even. Here we go. Let's make it smaller. See my mess? I just got twigs everywhere. That's how we do. Just gonna pop this in here like that, and then find the pusher that fits best. Really trying to make sure that's nice and level in there before we push it down. Flip that over. And we'll push it some more. 4,300 likes. Thank you guys very much. It's about as far as that pusher wants to go. And it stole some tape. We'll push that down in there. So it's not quite to the bottom of this one yet. So we'll push it just a little further. That's much better. Oh, well, thanks. One smile maker. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and unwrap this, check it out, anneal it again, and reduce it some more. Starting to look very nice. It definitely evened it up a bit in that dye. Let's see, this should be, right now, it's about a size 11. And we're shooting for a size 6, so definitely want to anneal it. So we've got about 5 sizes to go down. Yeah, we'll make sure that date comes out looking really good. See, the text on this ring is actually pretty thick. It pops off of there pretty good compared to some other coins. So I don't think there'll be a problem. What's going on with the rounder look? The die is just super circular, so it just kind of pushed it all into a circular shape. Well, that didn't work. Let's try again. Or do you mean Franklin's fat head? Because this is not one to wrap. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. It's just slipping right at the go around. There we go. It's good tape, but it can be a little tricky. There we go. That looks good. Especially on these rolls. Like, these rolls are huge. I'm used to working with Teflon rolls that are like this size. So the bigger roll is a little harder to handle, I'm not going to lie to you. So it's unwinding faster than I can wrap it around, so it gets loose real fast. I gotta like compensate for that. It's a little tricky. So that first push is really easy because it's just the tape compressing. This next one's going to be a little more muscle to it. That's the metal compressing. I gotta do some tricky pusher on top of pusher stuff. Whew. Pog's ring let me buy the other quarter ounce of gold. So that's what Pog's ring paid for. Was the next guy's ring. This is interesting. It's definitely got more of a curve to it than it usually does. It's still at a size 7, so we have to go smaller. Or we might flip it upside down. That might be the way to go. I'm still a little in disbelief that I've actually worked on gold. Like, I have a hard time believing it. So yeah, we'll take this up and send it down like this time. So we send it down this way. Now we're gonna send it down this way. That's tough. And then push your bottom down. That's what it was. We got didn't quite reduce the way I wanted it to. So we're gonna anneal it again just for safety. Need to make rings out of W's. W's worth more than silver, man. And they're copper. I don't know. I've had a couple people joke about it, but nobody's followed up. I mean, I would do it if somebody was willing to pay for it, but that in itself is a $20 quarter, you know? It's gonna be a $50 ring, something like that. No, I believe you. Most people joking. It was a good joke. Right? Like the meme? That works much better. And it looks better too. Yeah. So now is the time when we get to it deburr again. So on the inside of the ring, there's a little lip right here, and that can be quite uncomfortable. So I'm going to remove that very carefully. Y'all feel free to cheer me on by tapping the screen. This is much more difficult than it looks. Thank you. Now we got it nice and smoothed out there. Let's check our size. Still about a size 7s. This is called a deburring tool. So we need to reduce it a little bit more. Just under a full size. I didn't want to push it too far, so that's okay. Bam, take that tape, got you this time. Haha. Pull out a little bit, there we go. Pop that in there, make sure it's nice and even. Delicate, delicate, delicate. Bring that all the way down this time. Hello. Welcome to the live. Try and even this up a little with the other side. Tape off. Bear with me just a second. It looks pretty dang cute. I don't think I've made one this small before. At least a Franklin. It's still just a hair under a size 6, so we're going to bring it down using this reduction die here. And that's going to kind of round out these edges on it just a little bit. Make it a little more attractive, a little more even. Doesn't that look nice? I think that looks really nice. Right up to a size 6 there for you. Now let's go clean it up. Do you only make rings when you have orders? Most of the time, it's made to order rings. If I get like a new kind of coin, I might make a ring just to get like product photos of it. But almost everything I do is customers' orders. Now, something kind of interesting did happen with this ring. Because we got it so small, right, there was a little bit of bunching on the metal right here. Can y'all see that? Where it's bunched up just a little bit. Right there. So I'm going to file away at that a little later tonight and clean it up. But other than that, this is a solid looking ring. So we're going to knock that fire scale off of there and bring that shine back to it. This is my favorite part, by the way. Well, thank you for your order. I hope your granddaughter likes it. I think it's going to be a very nice gift. Definitely not a lot of rings like this out there, so I think it's very special. And there's the 57 for you. It's still looking very nice. Just rubbing this on my thumb. I gotta rub it on the steel wool there, bud. Oh, she's watching now? Fantastic. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you like your ring. What did you think? Was this cool or what? So that's about halfway shined up. Got most of the fire scale off of there. And you can see that bunching a little more there. That's going to drive me nuts, but we will clean that up in post. It's just going to take a bit of filing. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. Well, thank you. Go take a real close look at it. I know this isn't the best angle. Yeah. It's not often I see bunching like that, but when you just have this much metal pushing so much, it has to go somewhere. And annealing can usually prevent that as well, but you saw I annealed very often with this, and it's still kind of just met at that point. I think it's also a very thin point on the coin itself, so it did just kind of fold on itself there. Y'all see that? But we'll clean it up. Not gonna be a problem. Very nice, very nice. Well, if anybody else wants to get a 90% silver $half coin ring, they are $25 off until the end of the month on my website, which is linked on my profile. So y'all feel free to go check that out. We've got Franklin $half, Kennedy $half, Walking Liberty $half, all $25 off. There's our trouble spot right there. And I do apologize if this is not in shot. I'm looking at what I'm doing, not at the camera. So forgive me. We'll try and get both. It's tricky. Still a little bit there, but it's looking a lot better. Boom, baby. Well, I'm just happy you guys can watch it get made, you know? Well, I'm not going to stop you or talk you out of it. You do what you want to do, okay? You guys have been very, very polite and very kind. I do appreciate it. So this is 4-0 steel wool. It is the finest steel wool they make. You want to make sure to get the one that says super fine 4-0 steel wool. So otherwise it's going to scratch up the surface. And you don't want that to happen. This is so fine it doesn't really leave scratches. It just allows you to kind of knock off that fire scale from annealing. It's really good stuff, but you want to make sure you get the right kind. I don't know, this ring's starting to grow on me. Like, the shinier it gets, the more I like it. Pretty wild how many times it went taco shape, though, huh? I mean, we had to flatten this out, what, like 4 or 5, 6 times? Good old Benjamin Franklin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that looks really very nice. Brought it back from the dead a few times. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and put it in a little bit of pickle solution. This is sparic acid and water. And that's just going to help burn off anything else on here that is not silver. So we can actually get it really, really shiny. I try to get off as much as I can by hand before I do this, just so that it can really get to whatever's left. So we're just going to plop this in here, let it sit for about a minute or two, and then we'll pull it back out, give it a final clean up and polish. But while that's chilling, y'all go check out the website. Link is in my profile. Use the coupon code WELCOME. It'll save you 10%. You can also save $25 off any 90% silver $50 until the end of the month. So links in my bio. Go check it out. You've got 2 free minutes. Go look around. I actually just did a whole website remodel. I spent over 10 hours on it. So if y'all want to go to the website, take a look around and let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. If there's anything on there that bothers you, anything that you really like, any kind of website feedback, I could really use it, because I have definitely made some changes. So let me know what y'all think. Go check it out. Yeah, go take a look. You saw it before, so you'll definitely be able to see the differences. And I hope I don't mispronounce your name. Teresa? What did you think of the website? Was it easy to use and navigate? Could you I don't know, was it user-friendly? Was there anything on there that bothered you or kind of hung you up, other than it being out of stock? Let me know. Let me know. Is there anything you'd like to see on there that you didn't see? Anything you did see that you didn't like? Any kind of feedback would be great, guys. I would appreciate it. It was great, very nice. So I put a lot of work into it, but you know, I want it to be good for you. So if there's anything you don't like or whatever, you know, let me know. I'd be happy to to make it better. Always improving. I'm not gonna lie to you though, I really like this ring. This came out very nice. We'll give it another minute or so on here. I'm sorry about the dead air, but I need to take a little break after this one. It was a bit of trouble. It was a tricky coin, but we got it. We bent it to our will and made it into a beautiful piece of jewelry. And a wonderful gift. Like, such a nice gift. That was very nice of you. If anyone has any questions, now's a good time for Q&A, so feel free to ask. If there's something on your mind, let me know. We've probably got about one more minute in here. I don't want to pull it out too soon because I actually want this stuff to do some work, but I feel bad that I'm not doing anything. So it's like, but we'll we'll take a look at it here in about a minute. Really, it was pretty clean when we put it in there. She got you beat? You think so? It's nice. Working behind the scenes. I can double check and see if we got any other orders. I don't think we did. Not yet. All right, let's take it out of here. And you got to be careful with this pickle. You can't use steel tools with it. That's why I got these special copper tongs. You only want to put copper and silver in there. Otherwise it'll contaminate. And then it'll start like doing weird stuff. You don't want that happening. So we want to keep it silver and copper. And we'll get a fresh new polishing cloth and take this thing up to the next level. My fingers will work. There we go. A little before. Looking really good already. Really nice inside detail too. You guys are too kind. I know I did a good job cleaning this up if this polishing rag doesn't get very black. So the more black stuff on there is oxidation that we're wiping off. So if we can keep this pretty white, we've done a good job. What would that do on clad quarters? It works too. Not as good as silver, but it definitely helps me clean up. Steel wool works the best on clad. That 4-0 steel wool, that brings the shine back the best. But I pickle and polish pretty much everything the same way. Gets me a real nice shine. Yeah, the liquid definitely helps get the stuff that I